And we got Dave Johnson here
Hey,
and
Dave.
Renee Scrumbelos.
Yes, sir.
And you didn't know, but we have a new name for our show.
I
Maybe you heard it.
I have not.
It's called Not the View.
Not the view,
Yeah,
eh?
Not
yeah.
the view.
We came up with that last time
Okay.
we met here.
Okay.
So it was us and Dave Coleman, which won't be here tonight. He's
Sure.
in the VA, so we'll see how
Is
that
everything
works out.
okay?
Not sure. Guess we'll find out when
Okay.
he
Okay.
makes contact with us.
Okay.
So, speaking of that, I've had quite a long, seems like a really, really long day, but I'm pretty sure it's a accumulation of like 10 days. um, so like I messaged you several times. We tried to get together. It didn't really pan out because like I got so many irons in the fire. I got so so one of the main things that happens this time of the year is tax season.
Oh yeah.
And what do most people buy with their tax money?
Furniture.
Well, furniture, a PS5,
Cars.
but they buy cars.
Cars,
Yes.
yeah.
So, I've been to, including today, like I was in De Pere today. I've been to 7 auctions in the last 5 days,
Wow.
and
Wow.
it takes a lot out of you, you
Get
know.
any
And then
Teslas in those auctions?
not up here, but I do have Teslas on my watch list. They're mostly out in
There you
Georgia.
go.
But
There's going to be a lot of them this year because 2023 had like 1.5 million EVs go out on lease.
I've been trying to get a Plaid.
Yeah, a lot of those, and 500,000 of those were Teslas.
Mhm.
And a lot of those are going to be coming back in off a lease this year.
That's
Huh.
good.
I wonder how they redo that. I mean,
Well, the person that leased it paid for all the depreciation, essentially.
but I mean, like the battery life thing, because this is all new to me. I mean, like,
Well,
because that's the batteries like 4 to 7 years.
No, 300,000 to 500,000 miles,
Oh wow.
yeah, the Teslas.
provided you take care of it. So you can, your car is over the air connected.
Okay.
So you can put it on an app called Recurrent, where Recurrent actually monitors the battery health in your car.
Well, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it is pretty cool. And it's a selling point when you go to sell your car.
Now, I'm assuming this is just for Teslas, or is this for all?
Truthfully, I don't know. I know it works for Tesla.
I haven't heard of it for any other vehicle. That's why.
Right.
That's why I'm asking.
Tesla has an awesome business plan. They
Yeah.
really do. It's pretty hard to beat.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you know, at any time they'll buy back the car from you too.
Yeah.
It's really impressive. I read it and I was like, wow, I want a Tesla just because it's such an awesome business plan.
Yeah.
I want an Optimus.
You want an Optimus?
I want the robot.
I'm trying to get it. I'll show you. But I've had a Plaid on my watch list for a while.
Oh yeah, a Model S Plaid is
right here.
amazing.
Model S Plaid, MSR 74,000 on that one.
Yeah,
This has been ran probably 10, 15 times out in Georgia. This is one of the hubs where they get all the trade-in Teslas.
yeah.
So they'll have a bunch of Teslas. But yeah, I've had that Plaid in my list for a while. I want to go down there and go buy it.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind having a Plaid.
yeah, I
Yeah,
want to at least drive one once.
yeah. Well, you wouldn't drive mine.
Yeah,
You said you wouldn't drive mine.
it's not a Plaid.
I'd be as quick though.
They are.
Yeah.
I have driven them. I drove them when I was down in Lansing. I
Mhm.
was when I was running for an office.
I remember that.
Yeah, I met up with
I remember you campaigning in Dulles.
that's a different campaign, but yes.
I missed that, by the way.
Yeah,
Are we talking about Dulles down the
Dulles
highway area?
Cafe. Yeah,
Yeah, I missed that place.
yeah.
Yeah, I went down there because I needed to meet up with, I think it was Tom Leonard. So he was meeting up with the candidates, and you know, they try to woo you, just in case you might win your primary, you know, that kind of thing. You want to make sure they know who's on the playing field.
And you know what your chances are by how hard they're wooing you.
Yeah, absolutely. So I was at the Capitol building, and Tesla was there trying to get able to sell in Michigan,
Mhm.
and they were fighting the top 3
Yeah.
there. and they had all the Teslas lined up outside the Capitol,
Mhm.
and anybody walking by could hop in, and they'd let you take it wherever you want.
Wow.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
th-
pretty gutsy, in my opinion, in
I know.
Lansing.
They were trying real hard to
No
get
kidding.
in Michigan,
Yeah.
and I
In
don't.
in Detroit, those cars would have been gone in the first 10 minutes, and they'd have never got them back again.
Right. He's like, take for a ride. I was like, oh no, it sounds like a trap.
They-
I
they
ain't doing
stripped
that.
the first
You're
10
right.
minutes. Just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I wasn't. No, I love my Tesla. It's of course I hacked mine. I had to hack it. You know,
Of course.
I've been working in computers for years and years and years. First thing I did was hack the doggone thing, and so it goes faster than it's supposed to.
Yeah, I've never
I
driven
hack
one.
all
Never
my
driven
hot
one.
rods.
Oh,
Yeah.
that
The Tesla's impressive. You never
Yeah.
drove one. They're pretty
Yeah.
cool.
0 to 60 time is insane on it.
A lot
Yeah.
of torque.
Oh yeah,
That's what
it'll suck you into the back seat.
Yeah, on the new one, it's like what, 0.9 or 0.6 or something like that.
The Plaid is 1.2.
Is it a 1.2? I thought they
1.2.
went below.
It might be
1.
down to a
But the
0.9.
new one.
Yeah, it
the
might be
new
down
one
to
that
a
was
0.9.
just supposed to come out like last year or something.
Yeah. The
That's
the
incredibly
Roadster,
fast.
yeah, the Roadster is supposed to be sub 1 second, 0 to 60.
I know they had one. They had an electric one out. It wasn't a Tesla, but they were doing electric
Yeah.
cars at the drag strip.
Mhm.
And these cars, it was like a Datsun. I don't know what it was, but they had it, set up for drag racing. They were running 142 miles an hour on the quarter mile with that thing.
Oh yeah, oh yeah,
I mean, it was impressive.
yeah. Mine locks out at 125,
That's it.
but it gets there really fast.
Real
Well, all those.
I don't
EVs,
know that from experience, of course. Haha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I plead the fifth.
Yeah. They like to put them up against combustion engines, and it's really not even in the same playing field, because you on the combustion, you're waiting for the torque and everything to
Right.
come through. When you have an EV, it's instant.
Right.
Yeah.
You have instant power. Boom.
But
So
to be honest with you, the most impressive one I was when I went to the drag strip down in Kakana. Guy had chipped a diesel truck.
Oh yeah.
I was in awe.
yeah,
I was in absolute awe. I mean, I couldn't believe how fast this 4-wheel drive truck going down the quarter mile ran. It was
Yeah.
insane.
You can crank out a lot of power. In a
It was
diesel.
unbelievable. Smoke is just billowing. I mean, it was unbelievable. It was pretty impressive.
You usually pump in a lot of cash to make it do that too.
Yeah.
So we went, took mine on a trip down to Texas, and before I retired from the military, we were living down in Texas and going to a church down there. And the pastor of that church is a motorhead. He's currently driving a Rat Pack Dodge, something like 500 horsepower. He's into that stuff. I don't know the specs on it, of course, but we went down there and visited them, and he was looking at my Tesla. And for anybody in the audience who wants to look him up, it's Pastor John Leggett out of Compassion Church, Oklahoma. But he said, I hang out with the motorheads, I hang out with the gas guys, and we don't even mess with the electric guys. They're just too fast. He said, we stick to ourselves. We can't compete on that level.
But
The only
it's a
thing-
totally different
It is.
experience.
Yeah.
But the only thing is the feeling of that horsepower and the sound of the horsepower that gives you goosebumps when it comes up to and it's so quiet when it's electric. You know what I mean? It's so quiet.
Mhm.
But when that power of that horsepower has come up the starting line, it just gives you goosebumps. I mean,
Yeah,
it's-
it does. It gives me goosebumps too. The Doppler effect is amazing when you step on the gas pedal and all you hear is wow
Yeah.
going behind you
when we were
because you're going faster than they are.
we went to Arizona on vacation, and the wife has never been to a drag strip.
Yeah.
Never. Okay. So I said, you know what, we're going to go. And all the big dogs were there.
Yep.
Right. So the pro stocks are coming down at 200 mile an hour, which is fast. You know what I mean? I said,
Mhm.
you have seen nothing yet, honey.
Yeah.
So the funny cars started coming up. And they're doing 330 mile an hour on the quarter mile.
Those people are just insane.
They're insane.
I knew a guy that did that.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Eddie Hill out of Wichita Falls, Texas. He's a championship drag strip, drag boat
I heard of
racer.
him.
Yeah,
Yes.
I used to fly with him
Okay.
RC down there because he got into RC flying. But
Sure.
he got some of the wrecks he went through.
Oh, yes.
Those people are nuts,
They're
man.
crazy.
It's crazy.
Well, anyway, the first set of funny cars come down the drag strip, and I mean they were right neck and neck, and we were right at the finish line. Right, I look over at the wife.
Apologize.
And she's crying because of the earth was just shaking. I mean, when they come back through, you know what I mean?
Oh,
It was
yeah.
just she says I never wouldn't have thought they were like that. You know what I mean? So,
Oh, yeah.
but
Yeah, when we were in high school, yeah, we were just out. I worked for a guy that used to drag race quarter mile down in Union Grove, and he had he was racing the quarter mile drag cars, and he was paraplegic, and he had all the hand controls and buttons in there to race. So we got to go down on the drag strip and be part of the pit crew and
sure,
stuff. And so I don't know if you guys have ever been that close to the starting
I was
finish.
raised on the drag strip.
So then you know that feeling in your
Yeah.
stomach, right?
Yeah.
The only other comparable feeling is when you're at the end of runway when the jets take off, but it's multiplied by like 50.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it feels like your heart and everything's just gonna come right
Coming
out of your chest.
chest.
It's like the
Yeah.
best feeling in the
I'm
world.
telling you, goosebumps. Horsepower
Yeah.
gives me goosebumps.
I can take you one further.
Yeah.
I was deputy director of operations for Bartolotta Fireworks for the Upper Peninsula and northern Wisconsin for
Oh.
several years. I did the Iron Mountain show. I did the show in Nakusa, the show at Madeline Island, stuff like that every year. And you get up here on that hill, and those shells start coming out of
Oh,
those canisters,
that's-
man.
I mean,
Ugh.
I'm a mile away, and my heart feels like it's coming out of
Yeah.
the chest, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
those are fun.
Yeah, I bet.
Well,
Well, what do we got for tonight, guys? What are we gonna start with?
Well, I read some stuff about Gilgamesh. You guys know anything about Gilgamesh?
No, but I think I'm gonna after tonight.
Well, I actually didn't write down any notes, but it's an interesting story. So Gilgamesh, he was a giant. They considered him a giant, and he was trying to. One of his adventures was become immortal. He wanted to figure out how to become immortal, and
is he the one that got tied down by the little people?
No, that's
That's
Jolly.
Gulliver.
I think that's a Jolly Green Giant off the commercial.
Yeah. So there's so many wormholes that you
Yeah.
can go down with Gilgamesh. And the flood story is very similar in their background opposed to the biblical flood. Like they
Okay.
sent out a dove and a raven and all these different things. And what interested me, because I came across some file where they were talking about Hillary Clinton trying to find or obtain the location of Gilgamesh's coffin. I don't know if it was real, it was made up, but I thought, well, that's interesting. Why would she even look for that? And
The
the
same
story
reason
goes,
Hitler looked for the Ark.
yeah, yeah, and it then burned what's his name's party boat,
Yeah.
Caligula's,
Caligula's.
yeah, Caligula's party boat. So, the story is that Gilgamesh was buried under the Euphrates, and the
Okay.
Euphrates has changed through the years, and they used, I think it was LiDAR, and they found a coffin shape where the Euphrates used to be right before the Iraq War started. So then the story goes that it could be that the war was over Gilgamesh's body starting that war, not just weapons of mass destruction that don't exist in the desert or, stuff like that. I thought it was an interesting story because then you get down all the rabbit holes of Epstein and
Right.
and cloning and looking for ancient lineages and
Yeah.
because you want to get the giant's DNA and like you could go all over with this
Right,
stuff.
right.
It's pretty wild. So I was just curious if you guys looked at Gilgamesh at all, because I thought it
Hmm.
was pretty interesting.
I haven't. I haven't ventured into that, but it seems probably to be pretty interesting.
It is, and there's so many things going on, like the one with the owl, the grove, where they go out there and they worship the owl deity and stuff, and like you get into all this weird stuff. It's in the Epstein files where
Oh, that doesn't surprise me at all.
yeah, like they get into like the DNA and
Yeah,
crossing and all this
Epstein
stuff
was
and
into some pretty
cloning and
demonic stuff.
Yeah.
so once
yeah.
you start looking at all that stuff, okay, well maybe that's not that far off trying to
Yeah.
get ancient DNA to try to create whatever.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
I know one of those rivers over there. I think it might be the Euphrates. I'd have to check my Bible, but one of the rivers over there is said to have specific demons chained at the bottom of the river, waiting for the end times.
Gilgamesh?
So who knows?
I don't know. So
Yeah.
Kind of interesting, though.
It is.
yeah,
It is.
so
Something I'll have to look into.
Yeah.
Try and make those correlations and see if that's biblical or not.
oh yes, it's interesting. And then I got all kinds of like screenshots, and I'm asking Grok, hey, what do you think about this? And then what's this tablet? Oh, that's in the British Museum. That's the 12th tablet of the Epic of Gilgamesh. Blah blah blah. And it's
Yeah.
you just go all over the place with it.
You can.
But
Yeah.
it's actually interesting, and it's in somewhere in the story I came across where they were saying that Gilgamesh was Nimrod. Like Nimrod fled and changed his
Okay.
name to Gilgamesh. And then I read another rabbit hole which I don't know if it's true at all, but they're saying like the Masons were founded by Gilgamesh. That's why there's a G on the
Logo.
for the Masons.
Yeah.
I didn't go down that rabbit hole, but I came across and I thought, oh, that's interesting too. But then again, how many rabbit holes am I going to run down, and how much time in a day do I have, or do I want to
Exactly.
accomplish
You
something
start
else with my
studying
life?
the Masons, there's only about 1 million rabbit holes there.
Yeah.
Right. There's,
Yeah.
but it's
half of
something
them lead to dead
interesting.
ends.
Yeah.
If you got 15 or 20 minutes to burn, just start Googling and looking at Gilgamesh. It's
Yeah.
quite interesting.
It is the.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to get
That's
on that.
yeah. It's Persian. Is Gilgamesh Persian? I can't remember now.
Well, Persia is modern day Iran, so
Hmm.
yeah, I don't know.
That's something we'll have to look into.
Yeah, I didn't even plan to talk about that. That
Okay.
just kind of popped
Just
in my
kinda
head.
popped out, okay. Hey, this is real radio. but-
Sumerian.
Right.
Maybe it's Sumerian
Could be.
Could be.
because his tablets are written in cuneiform.
Okay.
What's funny because I screenshot the tablets and I asked AI translate this for me, and it was like a whole book. I was like, oh man, I can read all that. So I kind of,
Yeah.
I
Download. I'll never read that.
read it to me while I'm driving. Go.
Yeah.
Yep.
But it is quite interesting.
Yep. Well,
so what you got over there?
what do you guys know about Greenland? We
It's not green.
Yeah, it's not green.
Yeah.
I find it funny because I see all these things online. People going, "Why does Trump want Greenland all of a sudden?" Like this
Well, that's
is
not an all of a sudden idea.
yeah,
but
like this is a new thing or something.
Yes,
It's like
no.
no. So I started doing a little history lesson on Greenland. It's owned by Denmark, of course. The first time the U.S. wanted to buy Greenland was actually in 1867. So
Right after the war.
Right after the Civil War. So the Civil War ended, and Secretary of State William Stewart, you heard his name?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So he ran off
Steward or Stewart?
Steward.
Steward.
Yeah. So he ran off and bought Alaska for $7.5 million.
Stewart's Folly.
Yeah.
That's what they called it.
Yeah. So the American people were ticked. They
Yep.
were mad. They were like, we just got over a war. We're broke, and you're running off buying ice cubes in the middle of nowhere. What the heck?
Yes.
So yeah, he's like, oh yeah, by the way, I want to buy another ice cube over in the other ocean, and it's called Greenland. And the American people shot him down like immediately. Wouldn't let him buy it. He was planning on paying $11 million for that. We look back on the decision to buy Alaska. He bought that for 2 cents an acre.
Wow. Smart man.
Yeah,
Smart
and look
man.
at what it's worth today.
Yeah.
Oh my word, you know. But so yeah, 7.2 million, and he bought that with the help of Cassius Clay, I guess.
Huh,
So
I didn't know that.
yeah. Oh, I was wrong on the price. He wanted to buy Greenland for 5.5 million. That would have been an even better deal than Alaska.
How much was
per
Alaska?
acre anyway? 7.2.
7.2.
Yeah, which works out to 2 cents an acre.
And how many sections of our country have we actually purchased?
I don't know,
I
actually.
think there's
Quite
like
a few.
5, maybe.
Yeah, quite a few.
Just get the Louisiana Purchase.
Yep.
You got the Alaskan Purchase.
Yep.
You got the purchase after the Mexican War, I think it is.
Yeah, is that Santa Fe? No.
I can't remember the whole section. It's
Yeah,
all
I can't
most of
remember,
the
yeah.
Southwest.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there's 5, and then I think later on it was like maybe the Virgin Islands was another one.
Yeah.
The Virgin Islands we got from Denmark,
Oh,
who
okay.
is the same people that own
They have Greenland.
that own
Greenland.
Greenland. Yeah. So in 1910, here we're, less than 50 years later, President Taft is attempting to purchase Greenland again from Denmark, but the American people are behind him this time. And we owned 2 Filipino islands, and he offered those to Denmark in trade, and Denmark refused.
Hmm.
And it's like, no, we don't want to do that. So then again in 1917, we went back to Denmark, and we're like, hey, you guys have these islands, are you willing to sell those? And the idea was, if we can get them in a selling mood,
like the pickers.
Yeah, we can buy these islands and then get them to sell us the big island, kind of deal. So America purchased the Virgin Islands for 25 million from Denmark. That's how we ended up with the U.S. Virgin Islands. And I was like, that's pretty cool. And then they were like, yeah, no, we're still not selling Greenland. That's not happening. So April 9th, 1940, Germany invaded Denmark, and they conquered it in 6 hours.
Wow.
The entire country. They just walked in, took it over. 6 hours.
Well, I heard they only had like 50 soldiers or something. Isn't that what it
Well,
was?
they sent 30 of them to Greenland.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Remember?
Yeah, but I mean, when you consider that a post office in Poland resisted for 15 hours, that makes Denmark look pretty bad.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
If a bunch of mailmen can outdo your army, that's that's pretty sad.
Exactly.
Wow.
And that was in Danzig. I had that in my notes here, actually. They held out for 15 hours. So America, when they saw that Denmark got invaded, they immediately moved into Greenland to defend it. Yeah,
right.
We're gonna defend it for you, quote unquote.
Right. How many bases we got?
Right. Yeah. I mean, one.
We have a base there.
We do now.
Yeah.
We do now, but we didn't at the time.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Not at the time, right?
So this was in 1940.
Yeah. Up until that war, we were still pretty much an isolationist country.
Yeah.
Right.
So in 1941, a guy named Heinrich Kaufmann, who was the ambassador from Denmark in the U.S., he signs the Greenland Defense Agreement, legitimizing America's presence in Greenland to, air quote, defend it, right?
Okay.
And America's like, hey,
since we're here,
do you have authority to sign this? And Heinrich's like, yeah, probably not. They're probably going to accuse me of treason, but I'm going to sign it anyway. And America's like, okay, we'll go with it. Right?
Wow.
We'll move in, right? So America moves into Greenland, and they're defending it. So they essentially have carte blanche to do what they want in Greenland. They're defending the land for Denmark, right?
Mhm.
And America is looking at this like effectively, we don't want Germany to have it, right?
Or
So
anybody else.
or anybody else, right?
Yeah.
And maybe if we protect it for them, when the war's over, they'll
Have a different
they'll have a different outlook. Yeah.
outlook. Yeah.
So in 1946, the war ended, and Truman offered Denmark 100 million in gold,
Ooh.
not in cash,
It
in
went from
gold.
It went from 5 million,
Yeah.
to 100 million.
In gold, bullion.
Wow.
Yeah. So we already know Denmark's military sucks, right? They got invaded and conquered in 6 hours. Well, their negotiators suck too. Because here's what happened. Denmark says, yeah, no, we're not going to sell it to you for 100 million in gold. But if you want to sign the Greenland Defense Act, we'll allow you to do whatever you want and kind of act like you own it. But on paper, we still own it. And we can do that for free. That's like,
Sure.
oh, okay.
That's pretty much
Dibs.
That's pretty much
Right, right.
That's a
It's
no-brainer.
almost the same thing,
So-
but I don't have to pay you.
You're
Yeah.
right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So their negotiators suck too.
Yeah, apparently.
Wow.
It's crazy. So the only thing America wasn't allowed to do in Greenland was to keep or set up nukes. Denmark
Okay.
was like, we don't want to have a target on our back
Right.
because you have nukes on our land. Which, I mean, that's understandable, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, you think America? No,
So there was never a time that they ever wanted to sell that property.
never,
Ever. That we know of.
that we know of. Yeah. So, in 1951, when the Cold War was heating up, America went into Greenland and they built Thule Air Force Base in 104 days. The
Wow.
entire base.
Wow.
Dang.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
From ice to base in 104 days,
Wow.
fully operational. And they were like, see, Russia, this is what we can do when we're determined.
In Greenland.
In Greenland, yeah, on top of the ice.
Yeah.
So then in 1959, America launches Project Iceworm. And this is on the down low secret. They don't tell Denmark what they're doing. They don't tell the native peoples of Iceland what they're doing. Nothing. They just go in and they start digging these tunnels through the ice to install nukes. And Denmark's like, what are you doing? And they're like, yeah, we're doing this experiment to see if we can run a military base under the ice and blah, blah, blah. And Denmark bought it. And it's like,
Of course they would.
yeah, of course they would. Yeah. So America figured out, though, that was a bad idea because they were on moving ice sheets and
Oh,
ice melts.
yeah.
Yeah.
Not a good foundation to build on. So that stopped that project. And then in 1961, the U.S. Launched Operation Chrome Dome. That's the B-52s doing hot laps around the
Sure.
North America because Russia had ICBMs and so on and so forth, and they wanted to be able to launch a counterattack if Russia launched missiles at them. So during that time, in 1962, we lost 2 nukes in North Carolina. In 1961, we lost 2 nukes in California. In 1964, we lost 2 nukes in Maryland. 1966, we lost 2 nukes in Spain, and those actually went off, but they didn't go nuclear. It created essentially a dirty bomb.
Okay.
So we've got radioactive waste all over Spain. We had to go in and pay restitution and clean that up. And then we lost a plane full of nukes in Greenland. And Denmark finally went, and that one also went off but didn't go nuclear.
Okay.
Yeah,
because they got to be armed.
Yeah,
If
right.
I'm
Well,
not mistaken.
wasn't there another one that went missing? Seems like when I was active, I remember.
In an ocean somewhere or something. I
Yeah,
heard.
it was. I thought it was one of the B-52s had it,
Yeah,
and it went missing.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I did hear about that. It
I
wasn't in my.
completely forgot about it till you started talking about
It
it.
Yeah.
wasn't in my notes, but I do remember something about that.
Yeah, they didn't talk about it much, but I remember
So
we talked about it.
yeah, yeah. So and then our technology and radar got better, so we could detect ICBMs coming in, and they stopped Operation Chrome Dome. Luckily, hate to lose any more nukes, and their track record wasn't all that great. So like eventually one of them suckers is just going to go off.
I mean, what is the meaning of lose? I mean, we don't know we don't know what happened to them.
Well, I know the ones in, I think it's Maryland, are still in the field.
Somewhere.
Oh, they're in the field. They know exactly where they're at.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're in there. But when they crashed down, they dug themselves in so deep that they can't go in and get them back out again. So they bought the land from the farmer who owned the field and then put a fence around it. Nobody can go into that section of the field anymore. It's insane, man. It's like, yeah, you got a couple nukes out there. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Put a fence around it.
Yeah, don't worry.
Wow. That must have been a hell of a negotiation with the farmer.
Yeah, right. Yeah. If you get
What's
these
in
weird
my field?
Yeah, if you get these weird 3-headed cattle, just don't worry about it. It's evolution.
All I heard was zeros.
Right.
But I haven't heard much about the Greenland in the news lately.
Yeah, I haven't either.
It sort of died off. It seems like a little bit.
Yeah, but people. What surprised me was that people just thought that this was new news. It's like,
yeah, or it was a joke.
Yeah.
Strategically, it's a great spot.
Oh yeah, you've got several choke points there in the ocean,
absolutely,
between Greenland and Iceland,
and you can't have just 50 dudes protecting that whole place.
Yeah.
So like, you love or hate Trump, it's a good idea. Somebody has to be able to defend that area.
Yeah. And with the ocean choke points there between Greenland and Iceland and Scotland and whatnot, the UK, it strategically it
makes sense.
Right.
Yeah, it's amazing spot to have.
Yeah, no doubt.
So
yeah.
Well,
yeah.
That's pretty interesting. I
thought so.
Absolutely.
I got a lot of this material. I didn't come up with on my own. I got it from a YouTuber called the Fat Electrician.
Okay.
And you can go in and watch his video on it. It's hilarious.
Is that the dude that did the one on the F-15?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, he did.
That's a good video.
I'll have to
Man
watch
after
that
my
one.
own heart.
Yeah. My favorite video of his.
He wasn't wrong.
Yeah, no. My favorite video of his, though, was the Great CB Train Robbery.
Yeah.
Have you watched that one?
I think you told me about it.
That was hilarious, dude.
Well, enlighten us.
Oh, man. So these CBs,
I think I already remember the story, but go.
Yeah, they landed in I think it was Incheon. Okay. So the Marines land in there, and they get word that between them and Seoul, which is where they're trying to get to, of course, is this train yard with these locomotives. And if you want to move troops from
point A to point
B,
it's so easiest
a train's a great way to go, right?
Absolutely.
So they call in the Seabees to go get these locomotives. So they go in behind enemy lines, they sneak in there, they find the locomotives, which are right next to this brewery. And military being military, you already know what's coming, right?
Absolutely. Writing's on the wall.
They split in half, and half of them go and start, deboing these trains, while the other half go start deboing beer and loading the trains up. So they're coming back with these locomotives, and the Koreans had sabotaged the tracks. So the Seabees come to a stop, fix the tracks, and keep going. They're just insane. So they come back into Incheon. They're getting fired on because the Marines think that they're being attacked with this locomotive, and the Army goes, no, we got to throw away all this beer. It might be poison. And later on, you hear reports down the road that the Seabees are like, nah, it wasn't poison because we were drinking it all the way back.
Yeah, right.
But it was a hilarious video, and of course,
You have
I
to write
don't
that
I
down. I
don't
wanna
do
look that up.
I don't do the story justice.
Sure.
If you watch the Fat Electrician's version, he just delivers it in such a way, especially if you're ex-military.
Yeah.
If you know anything about the military, it's just that much more funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's called The Great CB Train Robbery, done by the Fat Electrician, or the Chubby Electron Guy, as he calls himself.
Really?
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
when I obviously travel a lot.
Yep.
For my work.
Yep.
For real, I actually travel for work. I listen to lots of podcasts and radio shows.
Mm-hmm. You
I
listen to ours?
I can't get it. I get to Quinnesec and it disappears. So,
we're gonna change that.
Well, all right.
We're gonna change that.
Well, I listen to Joe Rogan once in a while too, depending on.
There you go.
We talked about this the other day.
Oh yeah.
I listen to Joe Rogan, and he gets some really interesting guys on there. And then, of course, he gets guys that I find no interest at all. Like comedians, I'm not interested in your buddy comedians. Okay,
Yeah.
I want to listen to that astrophysicist that you just brought on.
That I know nothing about.
Exactly,
Yeah.
but you're so amazing that Joe Rogan thought you were good enough to come on his show. I want to hear what you got to say.
Right. Yeah.
So there's two that I found really interesting. I can't think of the guy's name, but he was running the LiDAR, the satellite radar,
Yep.
ground penetrating radar, and whatever it is. And he is the guy that found all the pillars underneath the pyramids. These giant spirals that go way, way down, and then there's chambers underneath the pyramids. And then they show
Was that in the Epstein files?
Well, I don't know. I haven't read that part, but
Don't be surprised if it isn't.
Right?
well, this is all verified stuff that they
Conspiracy.
found.
Yeah.
And they're showing like all these chambers, and there's pathways. They could determine how big the pathways are. So these pillars go down. There's spirals that go around the pillars, and then it's got these entrances that come out, and they think they're vents for cooling and different things. So one of their projects is they want to go down and start digging out all the sand, which is a huge project because what they think is all the sand and this is all from flooding, because they find sea salt on the walls inside the pyramids and in the floors and all that stuff. So that is super interesting. And then there's
there was a theory that the pyramid was some sort of big battery or something like that because of the salt water.
Yes, it's really interesting. If you should go listen to it. He talks about the chamber that's inside there, and it's the size of. They think it's like originally he told you it was like it was a coffin or whatever, but it's not really a coffin. But the shape and all the different types of rock that are in there and stuff all come in they think that it's like energy or vibration, and I think at some point a human would get into that box and through vibration or energy or whatever channeling through somehow heals your body or does something to the body. But of course we don't know because it's lost through time pretty much. But it's really interesting.
There is evidence that the Egyptians were electroplating stuff using low current electricity and stuff for that kind of stuff.
But I think that the pyramids were there before the Egyptians. They talked about it.
Yeah, I don't know.
See, just like the ancient Aztecs, that all the pyramids and temples were there before they existed.
Right. The
They don't
salt
know who created
the
them.
salt thing is, I mean, it's a healer,
Yeah. Yeah.
and that's a natural thing. So
Yeah.
How do you get sea salt on the ceilings and the walls and the floors, and if it's not a flood, though, you know,
now that's
from the
With a
sea?
sprayer attachment for your hose.
Yeah. I had the orchid man in there, he was killing roaches.
good question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you know, they go back and talk about maybe Great Flood, whatever.
Well,
Yeah.
So that's why they
That
wanna
would
get
make
into
sense.
these
it would make sense.
chambers.
Yeah.
They're outside the pyramid several meters away, but they're chambers that go down below the pyramids, but they're just, graded off so you can't go in them. But you look down in them, and, they're filled with sand. But if the LiDAR radar show that these are tunnels that go underneath the pyramids into those chambers underneath the pillars. So they're trying to get authorization to start digging these things out.
Hmm,
But they wanna use, I wanna think drones or something to do it because it's kinda dangerous to go down in there and
yeah.
take all that stuff out of there. But we could learn quite a bit about that, about the pyramids.
Tesla optimists could go down there and dig it out.
Yeah.
Send Ratchet down there.
I really would like to know the true story how the pyramids were built.
Well, when we die and go home to be with Jesus, we'll
Because
know.
Well, it's entirely
I mean,
possible if
you
they
know, the
can take that
movies, you know,
out.
the movies that got
Yeah.
200 guys with a rope pulling the stone.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, in the movies.
I don't buy that one.
I
No.
I don't either. I mean, the first layer maybe.
I've seen the
Well,
pyramids down in
okay,
South America, and there's no way a couple guys and some rope and some logs move those things.
Yeah.
you'd be surprised. There's a guy down in I think it's like Kentucky or something like that will move like 50-ton blocks. Blocks that are, as wide as my house, stone blocks, and he'll move them by hand. Just him. If you know how to apply physics to it, it moves.
With like blocks.
sure?
It's
and tackles
amazing.
and-
Yeah, it's amazing. You can look it up on YouTube.
Really?
Oh yeah.
You sure you ain't got a D9 behind
Nope.
that?
Nope.
Hmm.
All by hand.
What's that guy's name?
I don't know.
Somebody Google the guy who moves blocks.
Yeah,
'Cause I'd love to
I'm
see
telling
that.
you. Yeah, it
Huh,
is. It's
interesting.
Yeah, I always wanted to know how they
it's
actually
somewhere
were
here in
done.
the United States.
Because, you know,
The
you
guy
watch the
who
movies
moves
and
big
you hear
blocks
this
by hand.
theory and that theory and, you know.
Well, even if we can prove that somebody can move a
Man
block
lifts
like
20
that, we don't know that the
20
Egyptians
ton
did that way
block
or
by
they had
hand.
that knowledge.
There it
to do
is.
Right.
Man lifts 20-ton blocks by hand. YouTube mystery history. There it is.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I also
So
wonder
watch
if
that
it's
one.
if they use something
I
like frequency or magnets or something to move
I
some of
don't
that
know,
stuff.
but
Oh,
I
could be.
I was in the same boat as you guys. There ain't no way some dude with a rope over his shoulder. Yeah, like that ain't hap-
Right.
And then I watched that video and I was amazed.
Huh.
I was amazed. You'd be amazed what's possible.
But did they have that knowledge back then? In the
I think they actually probably had better knowledge than we have now.
Mhm.
You know,
I
you look
do
at you
think
look
the
at
ancients had a lot better knowledge
Yeah.
than we do.
Yeah.
you look
Yeah.
at some of the ways. Go to Jerusalem and look at some of the ways those stone buildings and stuff are
Yeah.
built.
Yeah.
There's no mortar in those. A lot of those buildings, the stones are cut so well that it's insane the way they fit
Yep.
together.
Yeah.
So they had to have better knowledge then than we have now as far as that goes.
Yeah.
So
That's pretty cool. All that stuff really interests me anyway.
Yeah.
You know.
But there's another interesting one that I listened to in his podcast called Pillars of the Past. Did I talk about those? I don't know if I
No.
did. So this guy, he graduated high school or he just graduated college, something like that. Just graduated some sort of education and decides that he doesn't want to go get a job. He was interested in finding ancient relics or ancient lands or
Sure.
whatever. So he decided to use Google Earth to find things. So he'd pull up Google Earth and be like, all right, so let's say there's a river running here and there's a village here, but then if that's the case, then there might be a temple here. And then he'd look over
Oh yeah.
the
You
Google
did s-
Maps.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
it's
did
telling you
talk about this. Yeah.
Hey, look at Google Maps and you can see shapes on the Google Maps that would be like temples or something. So he would fly out to those like in Peru or somewhere in South
Yeah.
America. He'd show up in the jungle, there'd be a temple there no one knew about, or there'd be a pyramid he'd find in the forest. Or yeah, it's I'm not kidding. This
Really?
dude does it. I
Yeah.
watch videos of it all the time. Like he's gone down in Peru and you look at the radar and think, all right, well, right there, there used to be an ancient civilization probably. So he'd show up there, hike in 50 miles, wherever, getting the locals to give him rides, or he's hiking, and he'd show up, and it'd be like a cemetery of like 3,000 people, just ridiculous, cemetery,
Right.
and it's all in the desert, dirt, and there'll be skeletons all over the place because the cartels are raiding all these their burial grounds and stealing all their gold and leaving all their carcasses on the ground. And a lot of them have elongated heads. Not a lot of them, but some of them they show elongated heads, and some of them, actually, a lot of them have long red hair still because it's so dry. The organic material isn't
Okay.
The
decomposing.
keratin doesn't decompose. Yeah.
Yeah, so you'll see these long, long braids of red hair just laying in the desert. It's really wild. Pillars of
Wow.
the Past is called. You go
Okay.
check that guy out. He does nothing. He
Interesting.
just looks at Google Earth and go, I bet there's something right there about 30 miles in from that river right there. And he'd hike in there and it'll be like an ancient temple or something. Nothing on any
Yeah.
like World Heritage
Wow.
site, and nobody protects it. It's just
That's pretty cool.
wild, virgin out in the wilderness stuff.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Huh.
Yeah. I watched a Joe Rogan episode recently that I learned a lot from. He had this lady called, her name is Rachel Wilson on there, and she wrote a book called Occult Feminism. And, today, we think, women, back in the late 1800s, early 1900s, they were fighting the good fight, trying to get the right to vote and all this stuff. And you find out when you read that book that it's all bullcrap.
Hmm.
Yeah. Only 4% of the women actually wanted the vote.
I believe that.
Yeah.
I believe that.
So the people that
Yeah.
were pushing feminism, the ladies that were pushing feminism, then outlawed women from voting on suffrage. Only the men could vote on whether the women got the right to vote or not.
But they didn't want to vote.
They didn't want to vote.
No.
Well, because they had legal protections and stuff like that back then that they don't have now because they have the right to vote.
Correct.
You know. Also, what one of the ladies that was pushing feminism said that we need to not give women the choice to stay at home and have babies, because if they have that choice, that's what they will choose.
Well, I guess they kind of know where they want to be, and
Right. Yeah.
and
So, in today's day and age, we think, oh my goodness, it wouldn't be right to, for women not to have the vote. They fought so hard for that, and it's all crap.
Yeah.
It's like, it was
Yeah.
pushed by the feminism movement.
yeah,
And in all actuality, it hurt us because at the time, men could command a better wage for their work, because it was only the men in the workforce. There were women in some fields and stuff like that, and they owned home businesses and did those things. But the majority of the workers were men,
yes,
which meant that, if you've got half the working pool, you have to pay them better to keep them working. So a family could afford to have a stay-at-home mom taking care of the kids while dad went out and had a job.
Because it was understood you pay better because they're supporting their family.
Exactly, because they're supporting their family. So wages for men actually went down after suffrage passed, because now there's all these new workers in the work
sure.
field.
And the competition is getting bigger.
Exactly.
So
And now women can't go home and stay home and be stay-at-home moms because they need the income to support the home.
and it's funny you say that, because I believe if we could go right back to those days, like you're talking about,
Yeah.
I believe a lot of the women would go back to those days.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
I do.
What
I
you?
do.
I don't have to pay for childcare anymore.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
believe a lot of them would.
Yeah.
Well,
Um,
you look at those some of them girls make podcasts or whatever, how they love being a stay-at-home mom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's what they wanna do.
Yeah.
yeah.
And you get all the feminists just beating on them, like, "Oh, you're awful, you're making
Oh
the
yeah.
women look
Yeah.
bad,"
Yeah.
and you're like,
Well,
"Leave her alone, like, that's
because
what she wants to do, like, maybe that she
they
likes doing that, you know?"
automatically because they automatically assume that if you stay at home and have babies, then you are subjugated by an evil man.
In today's world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yes.
we see that in just in the jargon. I mean, what do
Right.
they call masculinity today? They call it toxic. Like, I got
Yeah.
news for you. I'm a man. I'm masculine. you know, and being a man isn't toxic. It just, it's
Hey,
just.
I had a customer. I had a customer. I She had the money,
Hmm.
when the job was started,
Hmm.
when it was completed, or mostly completed, halfway completed. "Oh, well, I don't have the money anymore."
Well, I guess I just got a new
"Okay,
car.
well, you got 6 grand in this vehicle.
Yeah.
You had us order all this stuff." This is part of growing pains, learning in a new business too, right? Because I think at some point I'm like, well, you need to put half down for us to continue on this motor for your Land Rover.
Yeah. Yeah.
Land
Oh
Rover,
my.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
all right. So all of a sudden, oh, I don't have any money anymore, and then I find out that she spent it all at the casino and drinking, both of them. So I'm like, well, you're not going to bring any money down. You need to. We're not going to work on your car anymore, or whatever. We got this much in your car. You owe
And
us
we're
this
going to
much,
hold it until you pay us what you owe.
right?
Yeah.
And then it proceeded into a screaming match at me how I was manhandling her on the phone.
Oh yeah. Oh,
And I
absolutely.
said, "How do you get manhandled on the phone? I don't understand that one." And then she hung up on me. So, um,
Did you end up with a new Land Rover?
okay, let me finish the story. All right. So, um, she don't return her calls. We had it out back in pieces because it needed sleeves in the cylinders because I think it had a crack and different things. And she didn't want to pay for any of the work that she had us do up until that point because I was like, you don't have to pay the whole bill. Like we got like X amount of time, these parts in it right now. You just pay for what we got in it right now. You just take your car and whatever.
See ya.
Yeah, right. You don't have to pay the whole thing. Just pay for what we went so far. You told us you wanted it done. You
Hmm.
had said I got the money. Blah blah blah. No, no money. Okay. All right. Goes on. I get yelled at. I was being told I was manhandled. Refuses to pay. And
Are you doing a Jerry Maguire at this point?
well, so I call the magistrate. I get a court date. Small claims like, hey, this lady won't pay me, whatever. But when I show up, she doesn't show up for her court date. And so the judge was not happy about that. Didn't show
They
up for
usually aren't.
no, no. So he issues a warrant on the spot for her. Apparently this is a habitual offender of
Okay.
various things,
Hmm.
which I knew this person. I went to school with that person. And I'm not going to say anybody, but anyway,
Yeah.
we're all done, like me, all the shop employees. We're there because we're intimately familiar with this issue. So we leave the courthouse and just start going past B's, and we see her pulling in. We're like, uh-oh. Because we all knew that she just got a warrant issued for her arrest, right? So I get a phone call about a half hour later.
She was arrested.
You effing blah, blah, blah. You got me this warrant. You cost me all this extra money. And I'm like, it's not my fault you didn't show up for the court date.
Yep.
You were served. Like,
Yeah.
so screaming and hollering at me. And I'm like, okay, well, the judge ruled in our favor. This is how much money you owe. You have X amount of days to pay.
Sure.
Money doesn't show up. I called the courthouse. I'm like, hey, didn't pay. Got to do a notice of discovery or whatever. Because now I got to figure out what they owe, how you, because somehow you got to collect and garnish wages or whatever. So she sells this vehicle to somebody in Marquette they call us. They're like, "Hey, I bought this Land Rover." Um, well, I'm like, "Well, that's nice, but there's a bill here, and you can't have this vehicle." "Oh no, part of the deal buying it, I'm supposed to pay it off. How much they owe?" And I was like, I don't know, it was like $3,500 or something they owed on it. It was a huge project. They're like, okay, so they pay me over the phone for this Land Rover, and after it gets all done, the person says, "So does it run?" I was like,
No.
"Whoa!" She didn't even tell you that there's the
It's in
engine is
pieces.
in pieces because she had us rebuilding the engine, and the heads are sitting in the back of the truck, and so I was like, no, maybe you should discuss that with the person you bought it from." "Oh, okay," and then they hung up. I was like, "Oh." But, like, the next day it was gone, record came and got it and took off. They're like, "Well, whatever, got paid, I guess."
Wow.
Man, God was watching out for you,
Yeah,
bud.
no kidding.
I mean, what how
I mean,
does
I feel bad for the person that bought it, though.
Yeah,
You
but I
know,
mean,
because God
it's
definitely.
hard to wrap my mind around the thought process to even sell that vehicle like that to somebody else and long
In the
distance
condition it was
and
in.
not
Yeah.
tell them anything about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
how did you even go about presenting it to them? Like,
Right.
here's some old pictures, all shiny, here's me smiling, What? It was just like, you should talk to the person you bought it from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's I true feminists, no matter what a man does, it's evil. A true feminist will put on the skimpiest bra she can find and the tightest pair of workout pants she can find and go down to the gym. And if any man even looks at her, oh, you're a creep. Like, I got news for you. If you wrap a neon sign around it, somebody's going to look at it. Okay. If I walked in a Speedo,
Right.
you wouldn't be going, "Hey, how you doing?" You'd be going, "Hey, I didn't know that about you."
Yeah.
I mean,
And I would probably say you need to back up a little bit.
It's like women
Well,
just don't get it. It's like,
or do
yeah.
they?
Oh, the good ones do. The good ones do. I got lucky and found a good one at 12. My wife and I started dating at 12 years old.
Really?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That's impressive.
We met at the roller rink here in Iron Mountain. Yeah. Believe it or not. It's a funny story too, because so I never liked the whole female pack mentality thing. If I've got to go through more than you to find out if I can date you, I'm not going to bother.
Yeah.
If I have to discuss it with all your best friends, forget it. I'm done. I'm out of here. Right. So I'm at the roller rink one night, and I'm having a good old time. I spent a ton of time at that roller rink. It was all the
Sure.
time I was down there, and my wife comes roller skating up to me and says, "Hey, my friend thinks you're cute. Will you skate with her?" And I'm thinking to myself, "Yep, another one of those."
Yeah.
And I said, "Sure, as soon as your friend comes up with the guts enough to come and ask me herself." And I roller skated away. And my wife was like, "Holy cow." I've never heard that before.
Yeah.
And Amy did come and find me, and we skated, and we even
Sure.
dated for like a month or two and stuff.
Hmm.
But then Carla and I got together, and we dated on and off all the way up through high school,
That's
all the
pretty
way through
impressive, bud.
college.
That's
Yeah.
impressive.
Nice.
We broke up for like 4 or 5 years, and then came back together and got married. So
That's impressive.
yeah, we've been together 38 years, been married 21. So yeah, best woman in the world for me. Don't know what I'd do without her.
Yeah.
So,
We have 25 years this year.
good for you.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Mhm.
My goal
Heck
is to win the dance someday. When you go to somebody else's wedding and they have a dance,
Oh.
everybody hits the dance floor and they say, "Okay, if you've been married 5 years, go sit down."
Yeah.
And yeah, my goal is to win the dance
Sure.
one of these days.
Well, you got the wheelchair, so
So
Oh man.
yeah.
Our time is almost ended.
Yeah, I think so. We got,
Yeah.
we're there.
Well, we'll do this at another time, but I want to talk to you guys about mention it to you about uh, that project that's going on in the Western UP. I think it'd be something interesting for folks to listen to and hear
Yeah.
about that.
Yeah.
Because
that would be
in the
interesting.
UP, we're based on forestry and mining.
Yeah. 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 Big mining.
So
Well, I
You
mean,
got
we
the
could keep
copper mining.
rolling.
Yeah, you got the copper mining in the copper country. You
Yeah.
got the iron mining, and
Yeah.
you even got gold and silver mining here in the
absolutely,
UP. Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah. I used to
So-
work as a tour guide at the Quincy mine shaft in Hancock.
Did you really?
I did. Yeah,
I'll be darned.
yeah. It was interesting.
It does sound interesting.
Yeah, yeah. One of the things we had to do to be a tour guide there was to read the book Cradle to Grave. That was an interesting book on mining in the UP. So, yeah. Oh, now I've plugged 2 books tonight. Occult Feminism by
Yeah.
Rika Wilson and From Cradle to Grave.
Yeah.
Man, I'm a good advertiser.
Yeah,
Shoot. I should start my own ad company. Plug-in things.
Yeah.
So
Well,
interesting stuff.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right, guys. I think we're.
We're gonna end it.
Yeah.
You want to keep going?
We're
We
gonna
keep
say
going.
goodnight?
We're over an hour.
Mm.
Yeah.
We should.
Well, I mean, now that we're also going to be online here, if you're on a platform that has a subscribe button, hit it.
Sounds good.
Yeah,
Find us on Rumble, 88.7.
for sure.
Yeah.
And we're eventually going to be on YouTube as well.
All right.
Are we
Thanks for listening to us ramble.
Is this called Three Guys in a Basement or
3 guys in a basement at a
Yeah.
table.
Well,
I think the other label is
Not The View?
better. Not the View.
not the view.
We're
I like
definitely
that
not
one.
The View.
We
Not
are
The View.
not the View.
Not the view.
So,
Yeah.
all right, guys.
Well, thanks for listening, guys.
Yep. Thanks
Yep.
for hanging out with us on our ramblings. Not
Have
The View.
Have a good night, y'all.
All right. Bye.